My guest tonight is among the hottest young stars. She has all the attributes for Bollywood. She also has a real talent that sets her apart. I found her fun, funny, surprisingly soft-centered and gorgeous. Priyanka Chopra.
Just let your thoughts and dreams unfold. You and I, let's talk of love, to tales untold. Speak to me so I can see your soul.
Hi, Sunshine.
Right. I should have known you would have got that.
And there's also Mimi.
Yes, that's my nickname. Sunshine was given to me from my school because I was so chirpy and hyper all the time.
So I shall go with Sunshine because you're the hottest, most shining new star. Look, I know you have a great future ahead of you, but I want to know what kind of a life you've left behind.
A very normal life. I don't think there was...
You tell me in 23 words, one for each year of your life.
So first 5 you must omit because I don't even remember them. I just remember because my dad was in the army, we moved around a lot. My dad and mom were studying their PhDs because they're both doctors.
And you were educated in Lucknow?
Well, in Lucknow for 3 years, in Bareilly for 3 years, in America for 4 years.
Boston?
Yes.
How did you get to Boston?
I went for a vacation actually. Then I went to this school, my cousin's school, and they were having these IQ tests and everything. And the counselor was like, oh, go in, why don't you give one as well? I gave it, I apparently did well, and the school invited me to study. And they got my visa done, and I stayed back.
But this is cool. It was an IQ test.
Yeah.
GK, IQ, there's all
Yeah.
forthcoming events casting their shadows before them. The stage was being set.
I think so.
For you. And then in 2000, Miss Femina, Miss India changed your whole life.
Yeah, I did.
Is it true that your family entered your name without telling you?
Yeah. I just come back from America to do my 12th in India. So my mom, I don't know, randomly, just for the heck of it, sent my pictures in. And pictures that are taken at home, you know. And they sent it in.
But how did you find out that they'd done this?
I was actually in the middle of tuitions and I was watching Mera Naam Joker. I'll never forget that. Yeah. It's a beautiful movie. It's one of my favorites. And I got a phone call and I just picked it up and was like, hello. She's like, oh, hi, I'm calling from Femina and this is Ela. Your preliminary contest is in 4 days and this is the hotel and you'll have to come there. There are about 500 girls chosen. So we'll see you there, no makeup, bring high heels and I'll see you there. Okay, bye. I was just like, wait. How could Femina know I live in Bareilly? And she knew my name. So I was really excited. I was like, Mom, they must have done like a random search or something and found me. Then she very sheepishly came and told me, you know, I sent those pictures. And I was like, how could you send those pictures? They were so ugly. And she's like, you got a call.
Yeah, it worked.
So yeah, I just started from there.
But was she fulfilling her dream for you or your own?
I don't think it was either because nobody in my whole khandan has ever been in showbiz or anything like that. I mean, when you're in a small place like that, you don't think of attaining stardom in any sort of form. So it was just, I think it just happened. My brother said, oh, Didi's beautiful and she's 5'6" and why not? And my brother was 10, so she just said, yeah, why not?
And then you just sort of jumped into the deep end because you were the first to walk in for the bikini round.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I was one of the first few. I was most nervous about the fact that, oh God, I have to wear a swimming costume in front of these judges and what must they be thinking? And, you know, I was totally nervous and I think I must have scored my lowest over there.
No.
I walked in like that and I was like, hi, okay, bye. And they're like, no, wait, we need to ask you a question. I was like, okay. So it was like that. And I was 17. I don't even remember. I think I wiped it off my memory or something.
Yeah. Your contenders were Lara and Dia, weren't they?
Yeah.
Was there a sense of competition between the three of you?
Well, yeah, when we were in the pageant, of course there was. I think I sort of looked up at Lara quite a bit because she'd had so much experience and Dia was 18, I was 17 and we were like these little babes and we used to call her mom. And I wouldn't know what to wear or how my makeup was. And I remember one time she just took me into the bathroom and she showed me the right makeup to use for my skin.
It's very generous. of her,
Yes,
so
I
generous.
totally look up to her for that.
Okay. Were you ever nervous or insecure about how you looked?
Always. I have the lowest self-esteem in the world. I think I still do. Yeah, I'm really bad at compliments. I can't take them somehow, and I get nervous and shy around people. I'm actually quite an introvert. My favorite childhood story was The Ugly Duckling, because I thought I'll grow up into this swan.
You did. And that was proved when you won the Miss World.
Yes.
Was that a surprise?
A shock. I'd never expected that. I went in there thinking that I should at least come in the top few,
Yeah.
but winning it was out of the question.
Did you go, oh, when they announced your name?
I didn't cry. I was just in shock, I think. I didn't realize it was my name, and the girls had to push me forward saying, "You are the one who won."
So how did you react?
I don't know. I was just like,
You know, when I came into Bollywood, I was so naive and so raw. But I see girls like you know, you come in today so prepared and so professional. How easy has it been for you?
it wasn't. I made so many mistakes. I walked a tightrope every moment that I was here, and the first couple of years were just really bad.
Why?
Because I didn't know anyone. Who to trust, who not to trust, which film is right, which one not to do, which to do. I had a phase where none of my films were starting, and suddenly people were just like, oh, we shouldn't sign her, and it was like a year of that.
Why?
So I was just like, what am I doing here? But I just want to go back to college, and I was that close to doing that, just leaving.
Really?
Until Andaz happened.
How strong are you for this industry?
That's a difficult question. I've come really close to being broken, and I think I grew from that. A phase of complete rejection from everyone, and
Short phase.
no, about a year and a half. And it was a very impressionable age as well.
Yeah.
It was when you're already questioning yourself. And I was 18 and it was completely rejected, and nobody wanted to work with you, and now those same people call you, and it's just...
How does it feel then when the same people who rejected you come back?
It's sweeter when they do. If you make them feel like, no, I'm not going to work with you anymore because you were nasty to me, it doesn't work like that. They are big people and you respect them that much. And that's when it makes you a bigger person, I think.
But it takes a lot from them also to come back.
To come back, yeah. But that's what this industry is about anyway.
Isn't it?
They're
It's all about...
Yeah, the rising sun.
What do you not like about films, about being in Bollywood?
I don't like people who are pretentious, and most of them are. I mean, we do have intelligent people around, but there's so many people who are so fake that that's something I just cannot stand. I mean, I think even I was in the beginning, very, very much. I was completely and entirely not what I am.
Have you got used to the media gossip?
You can never get used to that. That's something that, as much as people say you need to get used to because it's a part of your job, I don't think it's a part of my job, first of all, to feed gossip mongers, and second of all, I just ignore it now.
Does gossip hurt when it's true or false?
It hurts when it's false. If it's true, it's fine. You know somewhere down there you've done it, so you kind of deserve it.
Pata chal gaya.
Yeah, but when it's false, which it mostly is, it's the worst. Because eventually it spoils relationships with the people.
It does, doesn't it?
It spoils relationships completely. My family's never really believed things that I tell them I've not done, and it's been written. So they always stand by me, but somewhere in their minds, you know, you're reading about your daughter or your sister, things that you would not really like. That's something I'm regretful of in many ways.
Are you concerned about what people think of you?
Yes, I always have been in my life that, you know, they must think I'm right and my image must be right. But now I think I've just reached a point where I've said, you know, it doesn't matter.
But what people think, is it a restraining factor?
I think when you're a public figure, somewhere you do get restricted in many ways to whether you can really be yourself and do the things you really want to, because that just might affect your image.
So if you were, let's say, completely unconcerned about what your family thinks or what anybody thinks, what sort of things might you do?
Yeah. I don't know. I've never given that a thought. If you would have asked me that question about 8-9 months back, I would say I would like to go out more often, come back at 6 in the morning after getting, you know, partying all night and all that. And because that's how I had become, I just refused to do things that I would actually like to do. Go run on the beach at 3 in the morning and things like that, which were completely irresponsible. But sometimes I do those things now. I love going for drives in the rain at night with my music, me and my car.
Just alone?
Either alone or with a friend, but I don't mind it alone at all. I enjoy it so much.
What is your idea of romance?
Mills and Boon.
Mills and Boons, oh come on, no.
I know, it's terrible, but I'm the mushiest. I fall for the cheesiest lines in the world.
Oh God.
My cousins always tell me, how could you fall for that? That is just like out of a book. And I'm like, yeah, but they say it with so much sincerity. And a guy just has to be mushy and I'm all melted.
Really? So if a guy wants to date you and approach you, all he has to do is come up with those cheesy lines?
Well, he has to be original. It's got to be beyond stuffed toys, beyond flowers, beyond candlelit dinners, but he still has to say those things and mean those things.
What
which
sort
I
of
have
things?
I don't know. You know, those things which make your heart melt.
Like
Things
what?
That. Don't make me get mushy.
No, I'm just curious.
I could get you the moon and the stars and things like that.
And you'll believe him?
I won't believe him, but for the moment it's really nice. I like mush. I just really do.
But falling in love happens to everybody. It must have happened to you.
Yes, it did.
Mm-hmm.
It did. I'm still trying to figure out if it was love or can two people just fall apart or grow apart or fall out of love, or how did it end? I don't know. While it was there, while it lasted, it was fantastic. So I've still not in my mind been able to figure out whether it was love or what exactly is love. But it did make me giddy in the head and all that in the beginning, yeah.
And heartbreak, did you experience it or did you give it?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah, both happened to me. Heartbreak happened when I was very young. I think I was just about 17 that time. And
just
all
before
this
Miss India?
around the same time when it happened, and that was heartbreak. I was completely traumatized, but I think I was very young that time to even realize what I was getting into, and I was completely infatuated. What I did was I thought that it was better to do that than to lead someone on. So
Yeah.
you can't stop caring, you can't stop loving. You just know that's not the right thing.
If the price of success is love, can you do without it?
If it was right now, at this point, I'd go for work.
You'd go for work.
I think, today. Because I think I'm too immature and too young to know for sure that this is it. But I believe in love so much that I know it'll happen to me one day, where I will not see beyond this person, and that's when I'll just give it up.
But why does a woman have to give it up?
She doesn't really, but if I'm thinking marriage and babies, then
Yeah.
I would want to till I have my kids and whatever.
So are you seeing someone at the moment?
No, I'm completely single. But
No.
I'm the only one who's unattached. Everyone's attached.
No, there also, Rani's not attached.
Yeah, she's not.
Aisha.
Aisha's not.
So there's Priyanka, Rani and Aisha, the three unattached girls.
Yeah.
And there's only one Abhishek.
Okay.
How do you gel with him?
He's mad. I declared him that. He's constantly either on caffeine or he has so much energy.
Yeah.
And you're like, when I first met him, I was like, dude, I mean, sit.
Take a
calm
chill
down.
pill.
I had so much fun with him. Cool.
Didn't you steal his mobile once?
How did that get to you?
What did you do?
Well, he stole mine first.
Oh.
Yes, he stole mine first. He switched it off and he sat on it. And I went mad looking for it. And I knew it was him. And he's like, no, it's not. And I was like, just give it to me. And then eventually he couldn't sit any longer in the van because he had to get out. So I found it under him. So then I wanted to get back. And he left his mobile unattended. And Ritesh and me were just sitting there. And AB's mobiles were just lying there like sitting duck. And I got so excited. And I looked at, Ritesh and I went, shall we? And suddenly Ritesh was like, no, let's not and all. I was like, completely being the devil. And so I said, all right, let's just, so I took the phone and
You took his phone and?
hid it.
Liar. Come on. What did you do?
Okay, well, I can't believe I have to accept this on national television.
International.
International television.
don't
That's
mind.
even worse.
Okay.
And well, I sent a message to somebody from his phone, and being
Yes,
him.
we know who.
Okay.
A message to Rani. Oh, what did you write?
Nothing. I was just being mean.
Go on.
How do you know that?
You just tell me, what did you write?
Oh, nothing. I'm so embarrassed.
You said hi.
It just said, I miss you. Where have you been? You wanna?
You wanna. I wanna.
How do you know that? That is so bizarre.
What did Rani do?
I don't know. I didn't even get into it after that. I got so nervous that I just switched off both the phones and just hid them in his van somewhere. And Ritesh and we just ran out and we were like, okay, where do we go? Where do we go? But then he figured out after half the day was over. So.
Well, because she sent back a message now.
Ah, what did she say?
Hi, AB, what's wrong with you?
Bad prank.
I think it's a good prank.
Yeah.
A dangerous prank, too.
Well, he did it to me first.
I think you're one up on him.
You think so? See, that just gives him a chance to want to get better.
Yeah, when he sees this show, he's going to start
No,
planning
how
it.
do you know? I really want to know. That is so bizarre.
Priyanka, are you an easy person to understand?
I don't understand myself. So if you find out, can you call me too, please? I really want to know.
You're an emotional Cancerian.
A fool. An emotional fool.
Oh.
Even though I don't let people see that. I'm good at hiding it. Now that I've just said it on international television, I've hidden it
Nobody
so
will
well.
Nobody will know.
God.
We won't tell them.
Right. I'm very moody. In the span of 4 hours, I'll have like 5 different moods.
Do you have any fears in life?
Well, stupid fears, but beyond that, failure. Yeah, I'm fearful of that. I would much rather die successful in anything, in terms of a relationship, in terms of work, in terms of being a person. Anything. I just like being good at what I take up. Otherwise, I'd much rather not. So
That's not a fear.
it is a fear.
That you
fear
may
of-
not be successful?
You may not be good enough. You may not live up to the expectations. You just may not be good enough.
And if it were to happen that you were not good enough, then?
I don't know. Touch wood has not happened yet. If it were, I think it'll take me a while to get over it. It would. Because I put in so much in everything I do. Whether it's work, whether it's my family.
You come from a very close family.
Yeah, very, very close.
And you've been battling for your father's health recently.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Well, he was in the ICU for a month and a half, so that was a very stressful time. And I also had to work at the same time.
That's
because
tough.
and most of the time I'm pretty alright, you know, because I just cut off. But there are times when you're talking to mom or she says something and that just there have been times of which I rarely, never, by God, never do, break down on a set or anything like that. But I would always go in one corner and do it. But it happens. I get very overwhelmed, and I'm so close to my dad that it was so difficult. You know, especially a father figure, to see them weak is so much more difficult than anything, because they're always so protective and they're the strong ones, and then they're not, and you see them so fragile and so weak, and it was just so tough. But he's better now. We took him to America, and he's doing much better.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he will.
We'll all pray for him.
Thank you.
Priyanka, it's obvious you're made for Bollywood. You're gorgeous, you've got everything. But there's one quality that people don't even know, that you're a great singer. You've kept that hidden somewhat.
Well, I don't want to bring it out in the open unless I know I can do it properly.
Will you sing a few lines for me?
Okay, well, it's an English song called My All by Mariah Carey.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm going to try. I'm thinking of you in my sleepless solitude tonight. If it's wrong to love you, then my heart just won't let me be right. 'Cause I'm drowned in you and I won't pull through without you by my side. I'd give my all to have just one more night with you. I'd risk my life to feel your body next to mine. 'Cause I can't go on living in the memory of our song. I'd give my all for your love tonight.
You are amazing. That was
Thank you.
beautiful. I know great success awaits you, but I just wish that you would always remain this unspoiled, modest and fun person that you are today.
I hope so too.
Thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the strong support.